Okay, so hopefully this is the final attempt. First thing you need to do is select this displacement shader. I'm going to delete it and all of its children. So, except I don't want to delete this controller. That's my main. Actually, that is a duplicate. So, delete. Okay, so I deleted that entire shader group. Now, I'm going to select the face outside blend. Go to the shader group for it and click on displacement material. Missed. No, I didn't miss. Okay, it's here. Go to the displacement section, click on displacement. Okay, and then from there I'm going to click on this displacement attribute checker box and connect a file in. I'm going to select the displacement shader group here and frame it up. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and rebuild this. So I'm going to duplicate this a couple of times. And then I need to set up my network again. So this will go pretty quick. Go to default. Then I'm going to duplicate this shader network because it's just the two nodes. We should be okay. Now all three of these, I need to make sure that the alpha is luminance attribute, or luminance is alpha attribute is, no, it's alpha is luminance attribute is selected, or is on. And then I'm going to go ahead and assign a displacement to each. So mouth, displacement. Okay, now I need to put all of these into a plus minus average node. Go to utilities. And basically, we're just rebuilding this from scratch since I'm having trouble figuring it out, to be honest. Okay, then we're going to plug each of these in. We're going to use the out color. The input 3D. Then we got file 2 and 1. Go to the script editor here. We got file 2, file 1, and we're going to connect those respectively to 0 is already taken, so we're going to use 1, we'll go to 1, and then 2, we'll go to 2, and then we'll put one more in here just so we can do a little bit of a shortcut. Copy, paste, paste, and we'll connect file 2 twice, and then we're going to remove that selection. Well, it'll make sense. It's going to add another vector. So press enter. Now we've got 4 vectors in, or 4 sets in here. The third one I'm going to disconnect. So out color is connected 2 places. I'm going to disconnect the third one. And then instead of creating an additional plus minus average node, I'm going to just subtract 2 here. Okay. I'm back in the hypershade. Now I need to plug this into a reverse node. And take the output, goes to the input. Then I need to put that into a multiply divide node so I can make the displacement go in instead of out. So make output to, I created a plus minus average. I need a multiply divide node. Okay, so I'm going to take output to input 1. With this selected, press Control A, and I'm going to change this to -1, -1, -1. Okay, and we'll close that. And now we can plug in our multiply divide node to our displacement shader. So if we need just one of these three values, we're going to use the output X and plug that into displacement. Okay, now the other thing that we needed to do, so let's regraph this, make it look prettier. Now, the other thing we needed to do was verify that our approximation node is set up accurately. So I have this mental ray subdiv approximation. We got to that by going to the render editors, mental ray approximation editor, and we got this approximation node. If you don't have one created, you select your mesh and click create, and then it will exist. And you can press Control A with OJack selected, and you want to change the approx method to spatial, and these are the settings that I've chosen that look nice. You want to set length to 1, make sure that view dependent is on. Okay, so let's see if this works. If it doesn't, then I know how to make it work. So let's render. Okay, so it's not working. So go into your hypergraph, and we're going to select this displacement shader, and delete just that node. I'm going to go to shader groups and select all of these in again. And basically we're just going to rebuild, we're not going to rebuild this shader network, but we're going to reassign them. And I don't know why it makes a difference, but it seems to. So I'm going to go to the UV shell mode, select this, and I'm going to assign the, well, let me do this first. We go to object mode, select the entire object, and we're going to assign it our default Lambert 1 shader. Okay. Now we'll go to UV shell mode, we'll select the face, and we want to assign the OJack face outside material. So right click on that. The material of that actually. So we go face outside, assign material to selected. Okay, then we'll come back over here, we'll select the other two, and we'll do body outside, body stem outside to those. And then, actually, before I do that, make sure I retrace my steps accurately. Go to object mode, and I'm going to assign the face outside shader to everything. Okay, and then with that selected, and press Control A, and go to the shader group, the face outside shader group, and I'm going to create that displacement material one more time. Shouldn't have to do this, but we do. Okay, now I'm going to delete this shader material,